We're gonna head down, 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 and get the fuck out of here. No, wait, we need to drop my pan first, so we can grab the resources to use the exit gate. I think it's munitions, if memory serves. We got plenty of muns inside of our bink vault. We also need to do one last pass and perhaps buy some of the weapons there. I think I might feel a sneeze coming on. I don't know. Ah, shit! It's the spooky invisible Reaper creature! Fuck off! Leave me alone! Playing a game, rated someone, say biggest feathery lizard you're in. I'm not a lizard! I don't have limbs! The worm motto, no limbs, no thoughts, no problems. Well, welcome on by, Sam. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. I feel like Aztecs sacrifice people to this thing. Well, I'm not actually related to Quetzalcoatl. There's a common misconception. And all sorts of creatures in the jungle are quite vibrant, but I am unable to fly. So I'm more closely related to worms such as Jormungandr. Old Yor is all swimming around down there in the oceans. A very, very sleepy old worm these days. I don't know about Mongolian death worms. Can't say I've ever visited the steppes myself. Ah! Whee! Chimera! No! Why? Why do you send me to the void? You know what, Chimera? I'm gonna start stealing your snacks there. I'm gonna start stealing your... Damn it! Look at all those slug cats. T-posing, showing dominance. As a slug cat should. Their skills are unrivaled. My snacks, no! Hydrate and stretch. Very well. Ah! Stop hitting me with books! Stop it! Oh, my back. Well, that's one way to get rid of the burrower. Dang books. Them books be booking. Alright, so we want to visit a rubbery enclave. A cedar grove off of one of Pan's less traveled pathways is home to a small and enthusiastically political community. A crudely made poster by the entrance reads, "Both alike in dignity," showing a human and rubbery holding a torch aloft. Interesting. Let's deliver the rubbery man to the suffragist. The assorted members of the Enclave applaud over your enthusiastically... They applaud over enthusiastically when they see your passenger. A bohemian presses a glass of wine on your passenger and takes them off into a corner to discuss injustice against cephalopods. He glances over his shoulder at you, perhaps wondering whether coming here was a terrible mistake. Over some pretzels. Delicious. Delicious salted bread. Hey, Vala. Welcome on by. I hope you're having a good weekend. Let's speak with a rubbery suffragist. That is a fucking awesome hat. I love that. That's adorable. Just have an octopus on your head. Talk about some headgear. She moves from bohemian to rubbery with rosy-cheeked bonhomme of inebriation. Occasionally, she passes a piece of cheese and fruit on a stick up to the octopus perched on her hair. It extends an arm to accept it. Several of its other arms are occupied with wine glasses gathered from the drinks table. Red, white, rosé. 8 limbs means never having to choose. Ask where she found such an interesting creature.
I met her while swimming.
The suffragist and the octopus say in unison. There was an awkward pause.
Don't mind Deirdre.
Adds the suffragist.
She always gets a little grumpy when her tentacles dry out. A little wine will pep her right up, you'll see.
Yes, yes. I'm afraid the pretzels are mine. They have been seized by the streamer. See, this is the price you pay, Chimera, for yeeting me into the void. You should have avoided it. The suffragist takes a sip of wine.
It's terrible what the rubbery men went through in London. The poor dears. Deirdre said someone should do something. Isn't that right?
She pops the sausage roll in her mouth. This does not impede her speech at all, for, in a slightly higher voice, she continues,
The bipedal oppressors, ravagers of the sea. First we open the door for the rubbery men, then the rest of us shall squeeze through. 8 torches raised in protest, with 8 arms we rise.
The suffragist nods, apparently agreeing with herself.
Of course, we have a long road ahead of us, don't we? But what crusade is worth fighting for was ever easy.
She holds a piece of sausage roll up to the octopus in her hat. After what sounds like the deepest of sighs, it snatches it with a tentacle. That's it. No more pats for the worm. Pun her. No! Alright, it doesn't seem like there's much of a quest line. Alright, so we'll return to the streets. We want to check Bombazine. 3 rolls. We don't have that loaded already. Oh, we have plenty of cage catches. Oops. We'll take some munitions. We'll drop off the plumbing. Also, just move some of these around so they're at the end. So, weapons. 65 veils. So if I swap one of our officers over to Vales. Should be able to equip it, right? Should have been enough. Unless it means I need to have 68 raw, not without officers. This is 15 for 25 heat. 18 for 25. I could just get both. Let me just equip some other officers, so what did I need? Veils. So if I equipped the devil, undock, let it save, dock, go to the shop, we try to check it again. Okay, so it does take our officers into account. So let's get this, and can we also get this? Mirrors at 65. We can't afford both of them. So we'll just get this one and the main cannon upgrade. We'll get both of those. So equip. So we don't need that. We can switch. So if we switch 10 hearts, we should still be good, I think. Because right now, you know, our hearts is our weakest stat. All right. As far as the bank, we can put those in there. Let's stock up on fuel and supplies. All right. And now let's get the fuck out of here. All right, that's not too bad. We have an upgraded ship. We have new weapons. This is gonna be nice. Gonna be nice. We're certainly buggered on everything hearts related, which sucks. But you can't win them all, you know? Now our next goal is we need to head to London. Although we have a couple things we need to do in the Reach first. So we need to visit the Con. We'll reduce our terror by turning in those. Actually, you know what? Our terror's not too bad. We're going to be in the Reach. We can go to Magdalene's to get rid of it. We'll be fine. We'll hold on to those plates in case we ever have to come back to Eleutheria. That way we have a nice stockpile to
reduce our terror. I feel like we're getting pretty close to ending a couple more quests. Got a long night of gaming. Well, thanks for stopping on by, Yeet. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening and a rejuvenating evening. I do need to figure out how to get to the Blue Kingdom sometime. I haven't found the relay for that one. Alright, so let's hire on some crew. Nice. Bespectacled official. Deliver intelligence on the house. Nice. All right, off to the gate. Uh-oh. A wavering scream arises from... Ah!
Just work it in. Let's chat together. It is time for the evening of conversation. Welcome, 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 Princess Dollar of the 50 Slices. Grateful to have met your acquaintance this fine evening, and might I say, a rather magnanimous comrade... a rather magnanimous car of comrades you have driven over to this space. Oh, and I see you've brought some gnomes as well. Well, 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 welcome on by, Dolly, Dolly, Dolly. If y'all do not know this amazing Princess Otter of the 50 Slices, you should visit her estate over there. You can simply click that button, and you'll see the otter when she is live, and you can admire her magnificent visage and her amazing gameplay. Almost a goat! Another amazing person! Goat, I'm happy to tell you that today we have determined that humans scientifically are comprised of at least 6 snakes. And I'm sure you as a science person can affirm this and agree. It seems this old-timey sense has turned me into a bit of a chaos storm going on. Yes. So let's see here what we got. So what happens? So what do we got? What we got is, okay. We'll run this back. We'll run this back real quick. So we got a person. All right. So you got your person, okay? Now, you got your snake.
Wow.
Now what you realize is this is basically an assemblance. You know, so you got one snake for each leg, You've got a snake for each arm. You got a snake on the body. And the head, well, the head's actually a special one because the head actually kind of like unfolds and unrolls and becomes a snake. All right. Now, we did find 6 is the lower limit because we have to remember there's also the fingies and the toesies. So, just like a square equals a rectangle, a snake equals, we've got a head, a body, a leg, a toe, an arm, and a fingy. It's just science, all right? Ray, I'm sure you can agree with this artistry, Ray. It's purely mathematical. But if you would like actual, accurate, amazing science, you can visit the Goat, Homozygote. The person with the science and understanding to inform you of all your current COVID and other events. And also amazing sound redeems of various sound bites. Ah, yes, and the Discord kitten discourse. Yes, you can't avoid that. And you know, if you thought my drawing of a human being 6 snakes minimum, then you can see other amazing creatures over at Ray's Space. And if you appreciate the little boops, those are little doodles that Ray drew. They are an amazing Dino Doggo, and their art is magnificent. I hope all of you who have stumbled on over to my space are having a fantastic and wonderful evening as I get up to various shenanigans and fucking around with this audio filter to kind of make me sound old-timey. Although I don't know, like, so if I speak normal with the filter on, and then I affect a voice with the filter on, I don't know which is better. I don't know if I can just, like, speak normal and it's okay, or if I should try and always affect a voice, if that leans into the bit and sounds better. I'm not an audio engineer, I'm just fucking winging this. Speaking of winging things, our inadvisably large dog seems to have gotten into our inadvisable aunt's galley. No! Ray, no! Ray, why would you do this? This is a terrible reference, Ray! Ray, how could you draw anything from this? Ray, why would you betray me with this? These shenanigans, they're unbecoming of you. I can't believe it. Modern artist? Not even Picasso could love me. Oh, and it seems the chaos storm and the spinning have caused me to slip into the spooky dimension. I will now haunt you, chat. Oh, how did you get here? Well, welcome to the ziggurat. Yes, it is very sad. Oh, thank you, Durangar, for giving me a proper send-off into my perished form. But yes, our inadvisably large dog is in the galley, which is smothered in flour. Every wall, every surface, every object is covered with a fine layer of it, including your aunt, especially your aunt. White motes float lazily through the air, while your aunt struggles to get a hold of the inadvisably big dog, who appears to be under the impression that they are playing a game.
He's your responsibility.
She hisses.
Deal with him.
I think the best way to help this dog is to throw balls of dough at him. You bounce lumps of raw sourdough off the dog until he takes notice and snags one of the balls from the air. You attach a leash to his collar when he trots over to spit his prize into your waiting palm, all under the irate scrutiny of your aunt. Amazing. Even Dreki's covered in flour. Yeah, that's what happened. Covered in flour. Also, if you have a song you want to put in the queue, you can throw in a Spotify song link into the redeem. The vibes are, you know, nothing, no like penis music or whatever, like zany shit. But, you know, chill vibes to sail the high skies of space in. You know, sea shanties tend to also be kind of cool. But if I put Spotify on a sea shanty playlist, it's like 5 sea shanties and people's various covers of those 5 sea shanties. And that kind of gets old after a minute. This current playlist is a playlist I've never actually heard every song to, because there's 600 songs on it. And it's a Sibian playlist. Drench and hydrate, I will endeavor to do so. Scrivener, don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. That's right. Ugh. That's right.
But if you don't know this game, this is Sunless Skies. It is a sequel to Sunless Seas, which was very similar, but this one has a lot of quality of life improvements. But overall is set in the Fallen London universe, which is it started as an old browser game, and they've done a few other things. And it's a little bit eerie, it's a little bit off. It's mostly kind of a narrative driven game. There's a lot of characters and quest lines going on. Let's go ahead and get over back to the other area. So yeah, okay, I was gonna show off some of my officers, but I need to travel real quick. Did not bring enough munitions. Fuck it, we'll just pay the money. Made your Twitter account to play that back to, yeah, back when browser games were the big thing. Yeah, y'all remember Newgrounds and all those Flash games? Albino Black Sheep? Yeah. So to kind of show like a little bit, like it's horror, but not usually like really scary. Like there's some spookiness, but it tends to be more on the strangeness than just trying to scare you kind of horror. So we've got this transgender navigator, we're carrying around the corpse of their best friend and showing them the skies of space. We have an incognito princess who seems to attract crowds of people who set themselves on fire because they're trying to speak too fastly their adulation of her very presence. We have a person made of clay who is trying to find someone to sing a choir with, and apparently we can seduce them. We're not going to do that. We have a bat person who we're going around collecting organs of various perished eldritch celestial creatures. We have an inconvenient aunt. We don't actually have an aunt, but she insists that she's our aunt and forced her way onto our train. We have the fatalistic signalman, who's probably the most normal of our people. He's just kind of very morose and used to work for building this relay that was supposed to go around all of the area that we're in right now, the Reach. We have the vagabond. So all of our officers, when you complete their quest lines, they kind of upgrade into different versions. So like our aunt is giving us various stats. +6 iron, +2 mirrors. This upgraded version, he's giving us +10 stats. The upgrades are better, but the upgrades are there's usually like one or two options. There's like 2 different options that can happen. And the vagabond, he got turned into a tree. So that happened. We have a devil who is a bit defiant, and one of the judgments being basically God like entities that control vastness of space, and these regions of space. One of them wanted him as like a personal servant, and we basically convinced him to say, fuck you, no I won't. And so he decided to stay with us. We have the non-binary driver who had a fungus inside them that wanted them to drive around space and chaotically, recklessly, and find different places and explore different places. But we got the fungus out of them, and so they're pretty happy. They're pretty cool. We have this engineer with 3 cats. It's implied that the cats are demonic, evil vestiges of the person who the eccentric used to be before they went through this place that basically lets you literally reforge the person that you are. And these cats are shadows of her past that came out with her that she hasn't gotten rid of. We have a squad of rats that are also engineers. We've completed their quest line. We basically collected a demolitions rat, an assassin rat. We have an officer rat. We have a supplies like commissary rat. We failed a check to get like one of the rats like pining love interests, which was kind of frustrating. Then of course we got your mascot. Like, at what train flying through space is without a mascot? So we have this little mushroom with a monocle. It doesn't have eyes, but it's still wearing a monocle. We have this inadvisably big dog. We have an urchin that's stowed away on our ship. And we have this useless cat. So it's a rather eclectic series of characters in this game. All of them with their own stories and interactions. It is a lot of fun. Meep. Hey, Cunning Quill. Welcome on by. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Now I'm thinking of the Sergal meme with the merp. Merp, 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 merp. Okay, so we're in the Reach. We needed to visit we need to visit Carillion. We need to visit Lustrum. And Port Avon. Yeah, because we have a couple quests on each of those places. But other than that, there's not really a lot we have to do here. Oh, we need to visit each of the fucking the one, I think that's all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna visit each of those for the fatalistic signalman. So what would be the best route? I think this is the best route. If we go to this one first, we come down here. We can visit Magdalene's to deal with our current nightmares and terror. Then we can get this one and just kind of loop around the outside. And then as we come up over here, we can hit Carillion and Lustrum. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the most efficient. So that's probably gonna take a little while for the next while. Let's repair our ship. Oh, come the fuck on. Okay, dude. Remember to hydrate before you hydrate. we made a lot of progress today so far, because we finally got our first ship upgrade since basically almost the beginning of the game. That ship we were driving, the old clunker, was purchased by Captain Dreki the First, my grandfather. Or he took it and got himself killed fighting the curator out on the ice floes near Trader's Wood. Foolish bastard. Me father didn't fare much better. Killed by his crew, he did. Succumbed to sky sickness. Tragic. I'm hoping that we're pretty close to finishing our current ambition. So one of the big improvements this game has over Sunless Seas, which was the first game, and has a very similar game loop. But this one is much more integrated, like the narrative and story with your officers, but also it has a bit more direction with ambitions, which is, you could sort of think of them as like a main quest. But it's like you don't have to be doing it. It just kind of gives you a guiding post if you're not aware of what you should be doing or what to do. But the thing is, I believe once you finish an ambition, you basically lineage into another captain. And the thing is we're on an ambition of fame right now, and like RP, what I've been running with is our family is a bunch of revolutionaries, you know, overthrowing the monarchy, and you know, we're helping out the workers on the work world, starting revolutions wherever we come across, etc., etc. And so once this character finishes with fame, or this lineage finishes with fame, there's a major ambition called the Truth, which is like a very capital big, capital deal story. Like it's like a major, like canonical, I think, plot line sort of thing. And I've never finished a campaign or ambition of Sunless Skies. This is the furthest I've ever gotten in the game, even when I originally played it way back when it first released. So I want to find out what happens in the Truth storyline, because it's very different from the others, the very little bit I know about it. I'm not going to worry too much about our terror as long as it doesn't spiral out of control. The biggest advantage to lineaging, though, is that we kind of keep a lot of resources, which is good because some resources are pretty complex to get. A really neat thing that this game does is a lot of its goods are not like things you carry in a cargo hold. You know, you have various reputations with factions. You have intangible goods like, you know, secrets and gossip and, you know, inspiration. And you can spend those and you can convert them into various things, other intangible goods that might be harder to get. Sometimes you can trade them for stuff. It's really interesting playing games that have less of a financial economy and more of a like more of like reputational kind of economies, or you know, the less, you know, like fungible, intangible kind of things being the economy. All right, so our current quest line with our signalman is so the Isambard line, which he worked on that failed. There's these various signal boxes left from around the Reach, and he wants to revisit all of them. So that's what we're doing. Let's read the ledger first, so we can get a free sky story. Despite his complaint, he prunes away at the vines as neatly as a widow at her window box. Some recent visitor has left cigarette butts and unwashed cutlery scattered about. The signalman tidies them away. Then, taking a key from his pocket, He unlocks a drawer and removes a stuffed envelope from it. It contains old newspaper clippings about the construction of the Isambard line. Return is breathless, exalting the vision of the Kioxic Squire. I'm not saying that right. I said it right, I think, the first time we ran into this name. Is it Quixotic? I think it's Quixotic. The Quixotic Squire. Easy to forget people actually thought we'd manage it. Signalman muses. He stuffs the envelope under one arm. All done, he says, clambering back aboard. Ow. Alright, we can go down. We make a stop at Leadbeater. We can grab some stuff. Keep going. We ignore the thing in the mist, my friends. It is merely a figment of your imaginations. Is this a dead end? What? It's also a little useful to be lineaging into various characters because if memory serves, the maps are a little bit randomly generated. I believe like certain, I think it's broken up into grids. There's like the core world, which is always at the center, the core port. And then there's like an inner ring and an outer ring. But like, a place might be east one time and it might be west another time, you know? It's only like through continuous lineages that things will stay consistent. We're going to search for ministry secrets. What you got? Ministry. Ooh, we can get an unlicensed chart with some savage secrets and a vision of the heavens. Ah, fuck, is the wind blowing? Well, hopefully it's not candle wind. Is it? Sounded like it was different depending on when I pressed it. Gotta toot our horn just a little bit. So anyway, I started blasting. Okay, so gather a port report, always a good idea. Gather some sapling knots because we can. And some verdant encouragement, also nice. Just any kind of trade route sort of stuff. You just work it on in, keep your money flowing. We did spend a lot of money, so we're kind of needing to rebuild our reserves. The phlegmatic researcher sits alone in his cabin. A pie sits on his table, barely touched. He welcomes you, but sounds dejected.
Evil befell my colleagues. The research has been cancelled,
He says.
and Leadbeater and Steinrod won't tell me why. Leadbeater and Steinrod cut my funding and took away my work.
He takes an unhappy nibble of pie.
They're shutting down my research here. The entirety of their production is turning towards Apollyon cinders.
And his colleagues?
One sang our voice away. And that didn't stop her. A few have shut themselves away with their research.
The researcher shakes his head.
There must be something causing the fatal obsessions. You'd help me discover it, I'd be graceful.
A calculating look flits across his face.
You'll need someone to go into the reserve. Ought to be well armed. Captains carry munitions, right?
I see. We need a crate of munitions. Well, I don't have them with me. Oh, what the fuck? So we need something from like fucking everything. All right. Cool. Wait, before I leave and get some fuel while we're here. All right. Now we need to hit Titania. Do I need to hit this? Yeah, just to get a port report. 100 sovereigns is 100 sovereigns, okay? That's money back in your pocket. Don't knock it. I don't know why this song is called T-Rex Echoes. Doesn't really make me think of T-Rexes. But it does have bees! Man, those upgraded weapons are nice. Plenty of heat to spare. William's Wield. I see. And get some free honey. Don't mind if I do. That's a lot of bees. Oh, I thought it was 3. No, it's 4. All right, dude. Shit. That's way too many bees. Not that it's my business. Let's get the nectar. No, the fucking nightmares. Not good. All right, we need to get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Need to get the fuck out of here. Get through all this shit. Through all this shit. Onwards, onwards. Yep. Good stuff, good stuff. Shit. I made a mistake. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. We can get to Titania. I think there's something we can do to reduce our terror, which should buy us time to get to Magdalene's. We'll need to beeline to it. Okay, we made it here. Fuck. I lost a couple crew. Sucks for that to happen. Attend an art exhibition. Good stuff. Lose a little bit of terror. Uh-huh. All right. And we need to get to Magdalene's fast, or we are going to die. Need these bees to get out of my way. Get out of my business! Sippa, sippa, sippa. We do have a lot of honey to mix with all your drinks. You know, that is one advantage from fighting all these bees. I've been standing for a while. I'm gonna switch back to sitting. No, not the wind! At least it's peacock wind. All right, we and every time we've come back from Eleutheria, it has been riding the line to not die from terror. Fortunately, that now means we don't have any moments of inspiration anymore. That kind of sucks. Already seen all these events, so that's why I'm just kind of skipping through everything. Do that. 50 sovereigns, reduce a whole bunch of terror as well. And then one more, and we should be good to go. If you like reducing your terror, you should check out Glottal's place, because it is a wonderful, soothing time to hang out over at Glottal's streams, whether he's arting, whether he's gaming. One is always in their adorable, good hands of Waddles, who is present in Glottal's area. I'll hydrate and stretch. Ah! Oh, we're to the ziggurat. Ants. I'm sure there's plenty of ants in the ziggurat. We are in the jungle. You know, I feel like ants would be native. But welcome ant specifically 111. All right. Also, I can't believe you're throwing that at me, Glottal. That's so mean. It's mean. What do I want to do? We need to get a port report, Dreki. You need to make sure you get port reports. We have a port report. I want to get all of the cats off amenably. I don't think this is amenably. So the White Well, Carillion, Parliament. Visited Glottal once. He cured my gout. Would recommend. Well, you know, magic can do all sorts of things, and you know, maybe be a bit of a wizard. Waddles has all sorts of magical capabilities. You know, sometimes he switches to be a black mage. You know, maybe he can be a white mage sometimes. Sometimes he's a blue mage. Waddles is certainly a fantastic multi-classer.